Hi and welcome to another Wednesday with Wilna, and today we're going to make this fun page with butterflies. I have always been absolutely in love with butterflies, and that's why I just decided to paint and draw these and just make them into a page. So before we get started, we just have to, I'm just going to paint this piece of chipboard with white acrylic paint because I wanted a very textured background and a painterly background, I should rather say. So I'm just taking a little bit of white acrylic paint and I'm just painting it and letting it dry. And then while this dry, I'm going to show you how to print and cut the butterflies using the silhouette. So this will be a little tutorial within the tutorial. This is just a quick overview of the butterfly print and cut feature of the silhouette. So if you do not have a silhouette, you can download or purchase these butterflies and you can just print them. And if you look in the downloads that you will get 6 folders, 3 with cut files and 3 with printables. So the printables are available in JPEG format, and you can see that I actually designed them to be printed with just a normal printer, or you can print them with a wide format printer in 12 by 12. You can also download them PDF. I created them in PDF format as well as PNG format, and this is what I want to use when we print and cut with the silhouette. So again, if you have just a normal printer, you have to do 2 prints, and if you have a wide format printer, you can use the 12 by 12 inch page. Also, you will see that there's 3 folders for cut files, and one is DFX files, and these work if you just want to cut pattern paper or normal white paper. You can use these, and the DFX files you work with both versions of the Silhouette software. The PNG, you can see again, the PNG files work with just the basic Silhouette software, and it works perfectly if you want to print and cut or just cut. And then the SVG files, which is what I'm going to be using today. If you have the designer edition, then the Silhouette works wonderful with the SVG cuts. So let me quickly show you how to print and cut. So open your Silhouette software, and I'm going to be using the 12 by 12 page, or if you don't have a wide format printer and you want to print them, go to the print window, the one with the red box, and click letter and landscape, and now you can just open the butterfly and it will work perfectly. Okay, wait, maybe you should first open the butterfly and then click letter and landscape, and there you go. So this is easy if you just have a normal printer, but I want to show you the 12 by 12 inch print and cut feature. So open your PNG file with the butterflies and then click the registration mark window and click this box that says show registration marks, and there you can see the registration marks. Now the trick is that your design should not touch any of the gray areas. So I'm going to scale mine down just a little bit so that it doesn't touch any of the gray markings on this page. And now I'm going to click print page setup, and I'm just going to set up my page. I'm going to choose my printer, and I'm going to choose 12 by 12 inch sheet feeder borderless. And again, if you have an 8 by 11 page, then in page setup is where you set your page up. And now I just want to click print. I'm using my Epson. You just want to make sure that you have matte paper selected so that the gloss optimizer is off. So I'm going to click print, and now my printer is going to print the page. You can hear it's going in the background. So if you want to cut it, you want to open, well, let me show you this. You can just open the trace window and see if you can make a cut just with the PNG files. But even if you deselect the high pass filter, you can see not everything is yellow. So this is not really the way to go. Open your folder and click any of the cut files, either PNG or SVG, and click the 12 by 12 cut file and open it, and select it, right click and say copy. Now go back to this one and paste it, and you want to make it a little smaller because that's what you did to the original file. And now you just want to position it over it so that it covers it completely. Now click select trace area, select it, and declick the high pass filter and click trace. And now just move the black cut a little and right click and say delete. And there you can see the red lines exactly where you want to cut your silhouette. And what happens is when I feed my printed page into my silhouette machine, it reads these markings with a little infrared light, and then it positions itself and it makes a perfect cut. And that's how you cut 12 by 12 inch or 8.5 by 11, but the print and cut feature. And let me tell you, it works every time. I just absolutely love it. And here you can see the finished cut, and it really is perfect. And now you can use the piece that you just took off as a stencil if you want to. You can gold spray paint butterflies on vellum. I just think there's a new page in the making right there. So there it is. So I'm not going to throw that away. I'm just going to store it somewhere. And I'm always surprised, and every time delightfully so, how beautiful the silhouette cuts the butterflies. Now, a couple of things about these butterflies, and this is actually, I didn't intend it to make it a printable at all. I just wanted to make it a cut file, but then I hand painted them with watercolors, and then I decided, let me make it into a printable. And there's the original hand painted ones. And of course you can cut these on watercolor paper and paint them yourself. You can even use the printable as a margin or a template, or to paint your own. So there's lots of ways to be creative with these beautiful little butterflies. Right, and let's quickly make the page. So I'm just going to put my photograph down with photo corners, and hot glue is your best friend here. So I'm folding the butterflies over a little bit, just adding a drop of hot glue here and there, and just adhering them to my page. I just want to make a whole cluster of butterflies, and there's no rhyme and reason. I'm just laying them down as I take them off the heap. So I'm not overthinking it. I'm not overly cautious, but I do think there's so many ways you can use the sheet. And actually I should make a little challenge to myself and see how many pages I can make with the butterflies, using them in a different way every time. You know, you see those prints on Instagram or on Pinterest where you add the butterflies to a canvas. And I think that would be lovely if you print one page out and then you cut another page out and you just position the butterflies over each other, but one a little bit three-dimensional, so it lifts up and then you can still see the same butterfly beneath it. I think it will be beautiful just in a frame. So I'm so in love with them a little. The sticker that I just took off that sheet is a beautiful collection by Chickaniddy. I think I'm saying that right. And they have a collection out called, let me just get my paper, Twirly Girl. So I think it's beautiful. I'm going to use some of the background paper and as well from that collection. And it's beautiful, gray, pink, orange, beautiful. So I used some washi tape just to keep the chipboard from curling over. And now there's that beautiful gray paper. I'm just going to cut my chipboard a little smaller to 11 by 11. And then I'm going to add my journaling. But I'm going to add my journaling off camera. Just because I get writer's block sometimes when I write on camera for some reason. So I just decided to add my journaling and then do the final few touches when I'm done. Right, and you don't have to make your butterflies as dimensional as I made mine. And they can go quite flat anyway. So I'm using stickers just to add my title, and I'm writing fly, little butterfly, because this page is about Tia going out of the nest in a year or two, and I think just making a page and writing about it is my way of coping. I think it's better than pills. That's what I try to tell myself. Anyway, and I'm using that sticker sheet by Studio Calico, and I love the dual colors of the stickers. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm just going to add paint splatters, and then I'm done. Again, this page is super simple, not a lot of embellishments because we basically made our own embellishments. And I printed my butterflies from watercolor paper on watercolor paper, and that's why I also set my machine to my silhouette when I cut it out, because the paper is quite thick, but you can see it makes a difference. So I'm adding pink paint splatters. This bottle is so old, it's by October Afternoon, and I'm just covering my photograph not to get any pink paint on Tia's nose. And the paint splatters that covered the journaling, I used a paper towel and just dabbed it so I could actually read the journaling. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this week's art class with Wilna, and I'll see you next week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.